Do you plan to move back to Barbados?
Yeah. Yeah. I was finna write a song, but I've been hella stressed. But I looked in your eyes and noticed I'm hella blessed.
Hi guys, welcome back to our channel. So today we're going to do a Q&A for you. Lots of you have been asking some questions about us, and just to help you get to know who we are, we're deciding to do a Q&A today. Happy New Year to all you guys.
Happy New Year.
To those of you who have recently subscribed, thank you so much. If you haven't already, what are you waiting for? Please hit that subscribe button and hit the notification bell so you can get more videos like this from us. So let's jump into it. What are our names?
So I'm Kevin.
And I'm Crystal. We have two kids, Jasmine and Eli. They're not here with us today, but in our videos you'll see them most of the time. Where are you from?
We're from Barbados, both of us.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we're born and bred in Barbados, which is one of the 26 islands, I think, in the Caribbean. In our previous video, we gave a bit more information to those of you who are interested in moving to Barbados. You can link that video and I'll include it at the end of this video so that you can get more information in the event you are interested. Just to say also, although I'm born and bred in Barbados, a lot of my family are also from St. Lucia. I don't want to neglect them, just in case they watch this video and say, what?
St. Lucia, by the way, is another island in the Caribbean.
Yeah, it is. So I was born in Barbados, but the majority of my family are based in St. Lucia. And I still do have some family in Barbados as well. How long have you been in the UK for?
So I've been here from 2010. So that would make about just under 11 years. And Chris, you came over in 2013. I think it was.
So that's just about 7.5 years. In April, it would be 8 years. Why did you move to the UK? Next question.
Yep. So at the time I was studying for a master's at a UK university. So one of the reasons I moved was to get a bit closer to the university. I was doing the program long distance, but I wanted to get a bit closer. And another reason was to explore the work opportunities available to me in the UK at the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And obviously I moved for love. We were in a relationship when Kev made the decision to move. When I met him at first, he told me that he was interested in moving to the UK and eventually it would happen. In the back of my mind, I probably figured that he never would. So we pursued the relationship anyway. We did long distance relationship for 3 years, which was really, really tough. During that time, I had a pretty good boss who allowed me to travel back and forth to visit Kev. So every 5 to 6 months, maximum 5 months really, 6 months probably once or twice, but every 5 months I would travel to the UK. In the event where I had either run out of vacation or I was working on a critical project where I was not able to do so, Kev would come over back to Barbados to visit both me and family. So we did that for 3 years. That was really tough. Happy to make a video on that just in case you guys are interested about how we survived and how we made it through. But yeah, that's how I moved to the UK, and Kev as well. What do you do?
So I work in technology.
And I work in technology as well and project management. Yeah. How did you move to the UK?
Right, so at the time there was this visa program called the Tier 1 visa program, and the way how it worked was that it was a points-based system. A bit similar to what has been implemented now post-Brexit.
Again.
But the biggest difference is, was that you didn't need a job offer to come over. So that's what I did. I applied using the points-based system. You got points at the time based on different attributes your age, the salary you were on, qualifications. So that's what I used at the time.
Yeah, and I leveraged the same tier 1 visa process, but it was under the dependent spousal visa at the time, and that was due to the fact, yes, I had all of the qualifications, etc., but due to the fact that it was the very last year that they had that particular type of visa, and Kev and I had already planned to get married, etc., we didn't want to risk being apart and not me not being able to move here with him, so we went that spousal visa route, and that's how I was able to come over to the UK with him. How long were you married?
Right, so we were married since 2012.
Yep.
So yeah, just over 8 years.
Yeah, just over 8 years, and we were together for about 13 and a half years. At the end of this year would be 14 years, so we've been quite together for quite some time.
Yeah. Yeah.
We're not that old though. It's just that we've been together long, okay? Where did you meet?
Yeah, so we met on a project. So we were working at the same organization, and there was a project that both of us were working on, and yeah, that's how we met.
Yeah, so interesting backstory on this one. Story time. So the same boss that I mentioned earlier, both him and another good friend of mine who we worked with at the time, they like to take credit for us being in a relationship, right? So I remember on that same project, we had our company rented out this villa at the time, and that was to ensure that they brought together the team. So the team was quite scattered, and they wanted to bring everyone in the same location. So we had people in France, we had people here in England, we had people in India, obviously in Barbados, and throughout the Caribbean. So they brought all those people together, and they rented out this massive villa on the west coast in Barbados. Good life, let me tell you, right? Good life. And we were basically on that project based in that villa for about a year, just over a year. And Kev was there at the time. I was a BA, and all of the BAs, we sat in this particular room, and Kev would pop in from time to time to say hello, and he would just sit at my desk and he would be chatting with me. We were just friends. It was just cool, right? And I remember one of my girlfriends in the room who I was working with at the time, one of the senior ladies, she was saying to me, he's so sweet. You're not interested in him? Why don't you talk to him? I think y'all would be a good fit. Y'all would do really well together. And at the same time, my boss at the time, he was like, he's a cool guy, you know, basically talking up Kev to me, right? At that point in time, I wasn't really thinking about relationship or anything like that. Project itself was grueling. I didn't have any time for it. But what really nailed it for me is a Sunday I was at church and I saw Kev attending the same church. Now, I never saw him there before. I don't know if I only noticed him because he was popping in to look for me. But when I look back, I saw him with a girl. And obviously I was attracted to him and stuff because he's a good looking fella, right? And I remember seeing him with this girl. I was like, oh crap, I guess he got a girlfriend. I remember the following week, I ended up asking him about the same girl that I saw him with. Net, to make this story real short, it was his sister. So that didn't really count. And then after that, we were friends for a little while longer, and then we eventually got together. And it's history now. We have 2 kids. We're happily married. Yeah. So, yeah. Next question. What has been the hardest thing for you living in the UK?
Yeah, so it's been difficult being away from Barbados, being away from family and friends, close friends. It's just difficult being away from Barbados on a whole.
Yeah, it's quite similar for me. Me and my family were very, very close, so it has been really hard being away from family on my own, immediate family. I also miss traveling because before moving here, I would travel to St. Lucia quite often, at least a couple times a year or once a year, to see my extended family. So I haven't been able to do that since I've moved. Obviously we go back to Barbados, we try to go back at least once a year, but because of the time difference and because I haven't been able to be back to St. Lucia to see my extended family, that has been really, really hard. And obviously you kind of lose contact, the close contact with key members of your family due to the move. One of the hardest things that I've had to deal with as well is obviously we have 2 kids. We don't have that strong support system here, so having to juggle that and work is really, really hard.
Yeah.
It's hard on both of us, but we're here for a bigger purpose, right? So that has been difficult, but we're trying to adjust and we're making through that. And then the final thing for me is probably make the ease of making friends. So back in Barbados and the Caribbean, it's really easy to make friends. You always have some thing to go to, some line to go to somebody's house to lime and have. It's not necessarily partying, but you know, you just have good vibes with people. You could chill with people. You can go to the beach. There's so many different things that you can do. But what I've found here is that the culture is not as open, and people are very close, so they're not as friendly as in the Caribbean, and it takes some time.
Yeah. Yeah, I would say probably a bit more guarded. Yeah, in the UK.
Yeah. So those are the 3 hardest things for me living in the UK. And the last question, do you plan to move back to Barbados?
Of course, at some point, yeah, we will definitely move back. Not sure when that will be at the moment, but yes, at some point, I definitely want to go back.
Yeah. So I hope we've answered all of your questions. If you like this video, please remember to hit that like button, that thumbs up, smash that thumbs up button for us, please. If you like this content, don't forget to subscribe. And if you have any other questions at all, we're so happy to answer any questions that you may have once they're not intrusive, please. Don't, please. But just drop them in the comment section below. We love interacting with all of you. Happy New Year, guys. Stay safe, and we hope to create another video where we can interact with you again soon. Bye.
Bye.
Yeah. Yeah. I was finna write a song, but how I been hella stressed. But I looked in your eyes.